lot of early success on the chain plates. I've been stymied a little bit by them. Took off the aft starboard one. Came off pretty easily. It was so tried to take out the other two chain plates. Went through the whole process of undoing the bolts down here, taking the little covering plate off at the top, pulling out all of the 5200 and the cloth that was in there, and to the point where I can move them around, and then come down below and try to push it up, and I cannot get the chain plate itself beyond the bolts that are coming out of the knee, or beyond the top bolt. So I just don't know how to get them out from there. The middle one, it's like a fraction of an inch that I need to pull it farther out in order to be able to get it beyond that bolt. The forward one, there's not much play at all, and so it's really difficult, to move the chain plate, let alone get it beyond the bolts. So I don't really know what's going on there. I'm going to have to do some research. I've already put out something on the Tiana Owners Group. Hopefully I'll get a couple of responses on what other people have done and what's going on. It seems like I must be doing something basic wrong or something like that. And when I was looking to see, I was thinking, gosh, this is the first one was so easy. Why was that, compared to these other two? And I go back in the cabinet where that one, where the first one, the first chain plate comes through the deck, and I found this. What we're looking at right here is a corroded off bolt. So this was the top bolt. Obviously it had gotten some water in there over time and corroded, and so when I took off the when I took off the chain plate, that bolt just sheared, popped right off in half, which is a bit of a problem because now it means that I'm going to have to dig out some of the knee there. I'll show you over here. So you can see right here, this up here, where the flashlight is at, that is the bolt that sheared off. And so I guess I'm going to have to dig out a bunch of this fiberglass material and bed another bolt in there, which is going to be a big hassle, especially considering the access into this little tiny cabinet here where that chain plate is. On the other hand, really glad that I discovered that. So I'll give you a look here. This is the chain plate that I did pull off. It doesn't look awful. It doesn't look great either, though. This is where it was right through the deck, right in there. I got to clean it up a little bit to see, or I would have to clean it up to see if if there's any damage to it, or any major damage or something like that. There is a spot right down here, right there, which looks like some serious pitting, which is a little weird because there's not too much other corrosion. I guess there's a little bit of spots right here and here too, but anyway, we figured we're pulling these things off. They're only a couple $100s to replace, to get fabricated and replaced. We might as well go ahead and replace them. So, I spent a couple of hours today not really getting too far on the chain plate work. Hopefully I find out what I'm doing wrong and can get those other chain plates off fairly easily. So I've been cleaning up a little bit, cleaning up the boat, cleaning up the top sides, because there was suddenly 5200 all over the place, dried up 5200 and some of this stuff. And I'm going to kind of move into the boat. My dad left this morning, and so I no longer have a hotel room, and I'm going to be spending the rest of the time on the boat for the next couple weeks. So that's the plan for the rest of the evening. Been a nice day. It's been up in the 60s, sunny, which means around here in St. Mary's Boatyard that we have some no-see-ums, so we have to deal with that. But the weather's been great. Otherwise, that's it.